everybody's perfect.
Yeah,
So
sure.
they're looking at everything. But if I'm not showing good trending with my quality numbers,
Okay.
I'm probably not going to even apply.
Okay.
But you have to apply within so many years, otherwise you have to go back to the bronze.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
even if I can apply for the gold, but if I don't win, that's okay. Because they send you feedback reports and you learn how to make it better next time. But if I don't apply at all, if I'm just like, I'm not going to win, I'm not going to apply at all, then after, like, I think it's 3 years, I have to go back to the beginning, to the bronze
So you
award.
got 3 years
Mm-hmm.
to get to gold now.
Yeah.
Now, how many pages do you have to write for that?
55.
55. So 20
And
more. 20 more.
yeah, like with the silver, so they want to look at like your main points, like I said, falls, wounds, whatever. And I just keep using those as basics. With the gold, I have to show short-term care versus long-term care in all of the areas. So I have to break it out even further, branch it out even further to dive deeper into the levels of different care and stuff. Does that make sense?
Do you have to repeat some of the basic stuff, or do you just have to expand on that?
I'm going to use the data that I had from silver, and then I'll just expand from that. But you literally, sometimes when you're writing this, you feel like you're repeating yourself over and over and over again. Like you're saying the same things over and over and over again. But I'm telling you, technically, to write a technical paper, it's not my jam. It's just not. It's just not. You know, if I wanted to write math books, I would have been an author and writing math books.
That's not what you're doing.
Statistics books. Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. And it's so difficult to tell people what you do every day and put it on paper. We just do things every day without even realizing what we're doing or how we're doing or why we're doing it. Like why, like we just, because that's how like our healthcare brains are. We just want to make people better. We just want to provide comfort to people. But to explain how you get there hurts my brain.
Maybe, and this, I don't know if this would help, but like every day, like write on your computer, maybe open up a page and every day just write some notes about, and then when you're ready to do this, you'd have all this. Maybe I don't know if that'd help or not.
Well, and I've been collecting data for nearly a year now too, because you have to show at minimum 3 time frames of data, and you can't do like, okay, November, December, January. Like it has to be like 3 quarters or 3 years. Like they're looking at patterns over the past year or the past few years to show improvement. And so you have to keep a lot of data. And some things I've had to actually start from scratch. Like,
that's probably no fun.
Because there's things that we don't have data for, that we just were doing and not collecting. And like, so a survey, like let's just say employee survey. Well, we didn't do like monthly surveys with the employees, so I didn't have quarterly data or whatever to show that. So I had to develop my own surveys and do my own. And the amount of raw data that I have to look at for this thing just wears my brain out. Because again, I'm not a technical person, but you have to just start somewhere. And so, yeah, I've been collecting data for the past year, and I'll be collecting it for this next year. And it's a lot.
So are there other people there that have some of this data, or is that on you to do that?
Like obviously there's long-term care tracking that has data. American Senior Communities collects data, and will give you state and national levels. There's a lot of places to pull like the basic data from. But when you go into the like smaller avenues, I call it, like when you're talking about different things, there's all kinds of data about census, and there's all kinds of data about this, but there may not be the data on community involvement or whatever. And So sometimes that's the data that's harder to find national and state levels on. That's where you have to dig more. There's a lot of data out there that I can collect and try to pull from and compilate, put it together and make it make sense for what is needed. But some data is very, very hard to find. Yeah.
Huh.
It's a lot of work just to do these papers.
And you probably have to do that on your off time because you are busy doing your thing during the day.
Right.
So you needed a special award for getting the
I need an
silver
assistant with a technical brain that can, because I'm over here sunshine rainbows, and I have to remember I can't write sunshine rainbows. I have to write E equals MC squared or something, So it's a challenge for my brain to write these papers.
Well, you obviously did very well because you just won. So.
Yeah.
Or two, you've won 2.
Yes, 1, 2, and I am applying for the gold. The application is due January 2026.
Okay.
I've already told my staff this is going to be a learning paper. I just want to be able to get the data down there and try to make sure I have the flow of how this one works. With the, because they'll tell you it's very tough to get the gold, and we give very few of them out because it's about the journey. I keep telling myself it's about the quality journey and not the award. But the feedback that they give you, like when you don't win, we don't want to say lose because we're not losers. We're all quality driven. But when you don't win the certain award, they provide you feedback of how you could have written the paper better or things to put in there better or things like that. And I really appreciate that feedback.
Is there a way, and I don't know, maybe this is cheating, but can you see the papers of the winning?
No.
Is there any way on the black market you can get a copy of that?
I will not risk it. I will not risk it because you'll be disqualified.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. They even have very special software that plagiarism. They have very.
Oh well, I didn't mean to copy it. I just meant to see how they did it.
Oh, I would love to.
Or to see an older one or something. I don't mean. I
can probably see like a 20-year older one, which is going to have no relevance for what we're writing today. Yeah, okay. But they keep those very close to their hearts and don't let go of them very much because they don't want people to just copy paste, put their data in, whatever. Like the only time you can repeat something and it'll be okay is like, missions, visions, and value statements. Obviously with American Senior Communities, there's 100 buildings with the same mission, vision, and values. So they understand that those are going to be duplicated in all these papers. And ASC made a great presence this year at award. We had we were third highest company in the nation.
Oh, wow.
In the nation for winning quality awards this year.
That's awesome.
In the nation. So, the biggest in the state. So we're very proud of that. They have great policies and procedures. They have great leadership. So we're very proud of that fact. We were well represented this year.
I think there's pretty good leadership here in Washington County too.
Thank you. Again, I can do nothing without my staff and my residents and families. I'm here because of them.
But did you tell your staff who wrote the paper?
I wrote the paper.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm glad you got to go to. Did you fly down to Georgia? I guess.
No, we drove.
You drove? Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see a lot of flooding?
It wasn't really that bad.
Oh,
I mean, we drove through rain, obviously, and it was very, blah blah blah. Yeah. But the floodings and things wasn't that bad. Now, the part that going from like Tennessee to Georgia state line, they had us take a ramp off and get back on the interstate, and there was tornado damage that they were out cutting trees and limbs and putting stuff over. There was tornado damage, but there probably wasn't as much as I was expecting to see.
Okay. Did you stop at Buc-ee's on the way down?
On the way back home.
On the way back.
Yes. I promised my husband a brisket and pulled pork sandwich, and my daughter wanted a pulled pork sandwich. So yeah, we stopped there and I got the sandwiches and I bagged them up. I had to buy Ziploc bags and Ziploc bag them and put in my cooler so they would, be safe.
Did you get one?
I got a chicken sandwich because I hadn't had their
Are
chicken.
I haven't eaten any of their food. Is it good?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
It looks good.
Yes.
Sauce on the table.
What is it? Brisket on the table?
Is that what? Okay.
Whatever it says. Yeah, that's fun. But
it took me a while to figure out what they were saying.
I am amazed by their jerky case. Like,
I'm amazed at the price of the jerky at the case. That was pretty high.
It was pretty high. It's cheaper in the bags, but it's probably not as fresh as. Okay. But whatever you see in the case, you can buy in the bags on the walls.
They've got, I don't know what, 20 or 30 different kinds of jerky.
Tons of jerky. And I didn't remember, because this was only my second time at Buc-ee's, but I didn't remember that they had a taco burrito next to the jerky stand too. Like, they have their bakery and then their jerky and then their burrito taco bar.
Oh, I didn't see
on the
that.
Back, and I didn't.
Which one did you stop? Did you stop in Tennessee?
Kentucky.
I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, I didn't either. But I love that store. It's like a little department store with 25,000 gas pumps outside. It's like, and always full.
I know. That's what's amazing. We've been there late at night or early in the morning, and it wasn't as bad, but it was still, there was a lot of people in there. And then you go in there at 10 or 12, and it's packed.
Yeah,
it's packed all day long. Yeah,
but I love their different sections. I love the. I had to get my husband also a couple packs of jerky, because he loves their jerky too. And then I like walking in the home goods section, like where all their cast iron skillets are and all their glasses and plates, and yeah, it's not. And the prices really aren't that bad. No. You would think that they would be outrageous overall, but they're really not that bad.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun.
Did you get some beaver nuggets?
I did. Yeah.
That's kind of like crack, and
yes.
you say, "Oh, I'm just going to get a handful."
Well, and they have a popcorn that is caramel peanut butter popcorn.
Ooh.
That was really good too. I had to try that too. Mm-hmm.
Now, we tried something the other day, and there's one, we've never been to the one in Lexington. There's one in Lexington, and then there's the one, and it may be about the same distance at each, but it's about 90 minutes to go to the one in Smith Grove.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about a 90-minute drive from here.
Yeah, and which is not, I mean, if you're going to take a Saturday or Sunday to go do something after.
A little road trip.
Yeah, that's not that bad. And and the gas was cheaper down. I think it's like $2.50.
Yeah.
Down there. So I don't know if that's enough savings to go down there and get gas, but but they had a thing in their pastry area. It's called a paddle tail. Did you happen to see that?
I did not see that one. Mm-mm.
Well, it's about that big around. And I was trying to tell Becky, I said they needed to call it a beaver tail, because then that would have made, but it's about the size of a beaver tail.
Yeah.
And it's flat, and it's like a cinnamon roll, but it's made out of like almost like croissant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
like flaky
dough. It's real flaky, and it's curled up, and it has drizzled icing on it.
Yeah,
not real heavy, but a little, and it's got. I think it's the cinnamon. It's kind of like a bear claw, but it's bigger.
Right.
And those are pretty. Yeah, you'll have to try one of those.
Yeah, if you're going to go down there, just go down there. Like, it has to be like a day trip of just getting out and driving through the country and other purposes besides it. And unless you're like me and sometimes you just want that to go there.
Yeah, and then if you want to tack on another 40 minutes, you can go down. And right before you get to Nashville, in I think it's Goodlettsville, there's a Whataburger.
See, that would be a great road trip just for the day.
Have you ever had a Whataburger?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Mm-hmm.
That's a good hamburger.
It is a good hamburger.
They'll put some jalapenos on there too if you want. And they have jalapeno ketchup.
I didn't try the jalapeno ketchup. I've had jalapenos on my burgers before, but I can jalapenos too. So
there you go.
Yeah, it's a good burger.
Yeah.
It can be a messy burger.
we found it on accident, and we were like, wait a minute, they're not supposed to be around here.
They're not supposed to be this close.
No, they're from Texas. So's Bucky's. Bucky started in Texas.
Yeah.
And they're not, and Whataburgers were predominantly in Texas, but there's a couple down around Destin.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one ended up in just right outside of Nashville. So
that gas station in Clarksville, Wawa,
yes, Wawa,
that's not normally from around here either.
They're from out east.
Yeah, because I've seen them when I've been on travel and things like that. So I'm kind of excited to see what they got in there too.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be just like a big gas station or if it's going to be kind of like a small Bucky's.
Small Bucky's.
I don't know. We'll see. They were putting mulch down yesterday when I went to Lowe's. So
yeah, they're finally making progress.
Yeah, I'd say probably this month, maybe. And
I think I've seen a billboard where they're now hiring, so it's going to be soon.
Oh,
it's going to be soon.
They'd be if they could get it open by Derby, that'd probably be.
That would be good business.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I know, the Thunder's the only thing that's been canceled so far, but the waterfront was all underwater. And the walkway and even back up into that garage was underwater to get to the boats. So I'm not sure how they're even getting to the boats.
Oh my gosh!
But they said yesterday, the lady said, "Well, it'll go down in a couple of weeks because it'd be the 31st, I think, is when the steamboat race would be."
Mm-hmm. So a lot can change on the riverfront between now and then.
Yeah. As long as I don't think we're supposed to get any more rain. Look, let's see. I've been trying to cut grass every afternoon, and it always starts raining about the time I start cutting grass.
Yeah, mine's starting to look like a jungle out there.
Thursday next week, there's a 30% chance, and next Friday there's a 40% chance. But Sunday and Monday we should be up close to 70 this week.
Good.
And then for some reason Tuesday it's going to drop down to 55.
Oh my gosh.
We don't want that.
Typical spring weather.
And today the high will be 52, 2 degrees below cave weather.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm ready for
But it'll feel better than
30s and 20s and 10s, and I'll still take it.
Was it warm in Georgia, I guess?
Well, again, it was about the similar temperature, but just cold because of that rain. So
it rained all the time you were down there, did it?
Pretty much. It started clearing out
you were
the day we were leaving. Yeah. But just cold, damp, weather. I didn't take an umbrella with me. So I actually had to go buy me a cheap umbrella because we had to walk from our hotel across the street to the other hotel where the convention was at. And I'm like, I'm not walking in the rain in my dress and my hair and makeup, and so I
don't want to get up on stage all drenched and
I look like
drippy.
A brown rat or something. Didn't want to do that, and so I bought me an umbrella and just in case. But thankfully, there was enough break in it. God's like, here you go. I'm going to give you a break to walk across the street without the rain.
There you go.
So that was a very, very good thing. So
good deal.
Yeah.
So what are some things? It's spring and we're seeing flowers and things come up. What you got anything going on coming up at Salem Crossing?
We are starting our planning for National Nursing Home Week, which is I think it's the second week of May. I'd have to look at the dates. So we're starting to plan out what we're wanting to do for that, and then we'll go into Nurses Week is about the same time frame, and then CNA week. So the next 2 months will be celebrations such as that. Yeah. You
have any barbecues coming up? You have your chicken barbecue, but it's later on, isn't it?
We haven't decided on whether we're doing a chicken barbecue this year or not. It might be, if we do it, it'll probably be later on in the summer, late summer maybe, but we haven't really talked about the barbecue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's always good stuff.
It is. Brent does an amazing job, and the kitchen does an amazing job at the sides.
You've got a good kitchen staff anyway.
Yeah. I eat their food all the time. Best pinto beans and greens I could eat there. It's perfect comfort food from me.
Did you have any Southern food in Georgia while you were down there?
No, not really. the only meal when we got there Sunday, we just ordered a pizza to go and ate in the hotel room, pizza and a salad. And I always like trying pizza from wherever I go, the more local pizzas. Um, so we ordered pizza, and then the next day, after the awards, we got Jimmy John's.
Oh.
There was a restaurant there. I didn't hear about it until the last day. There was a restaurant there. Somebody's like, I've eaten at this place 3 times. It's so good. And I wish I'd known about it. But we got Jimmy John's because we just we just wanted to get back to the hotel and just relax. And we're both homebodies.
And they're freaky fast. So you just in and out.
So we did the Jimmy John things. And then on that Tuesday, ASC provided a lunch. We had a nice, dinner at the hotel. And then we went home. So
now they have a good a wrap. I think it's chicken, or I can't remember if it's chicken or turkey, but you can get it's a jalapeno wrap, and it's really good.
Mm-hmm. I got one that had like ham and salami and stuff like that on there. But yeah, we're simple people.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if they had breakfast, had grits and all that.
Now the hotel had complimentary breakfast, and I'm glad you brought up the grits because I love grits.
Yep.
That's one of the things I love about going down south because you can find grits everywhere. This place we stayed at did not serve grits; they served oatmeal, and I was more than a little disappointed because I was looking forward to my grits.
Do you know about Jerry Clower? Did you know him? He was a comedian back. He probably passed away in the 80s, but he was a Southern comedian. And he said that on one of his records, he said that he flew into Atlanta and they had replaced grits in the different restaurants with oatmeal. And he called the governor of Georgia and said he wasn't going to fly in to Georgia anymore unless they brought grits back.
They have yes, I was disappointed. And I still love oatmeal. But I was disappointed because I was looking forward to my Southern grits. Yeah. But they did have an egg bar or whatever where they would make fresh omelets for you.
There you go.
Or if you just wanted like an egg over medium or over easy or however, they did have like an egg bar where the chef would cook your eggs to order. I just pretty much would have a bowl of oatmeal.
There you go.
I was wanting grits though. So I like the grits.
Now, do you make grits?
At home? No, yeah. I can't. I've not really tried. In this area, honestly, Waffle House has the best grits.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I feel like.
I haven't made them for a long time, but when we go someplace and they have them, I always get some.
Mm-hmm.
I know they've got a lot of carbs in them, but I figure, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Their grits are good.
Grits are good.
Put a little butter on
brown
them.
Sugar in them, a little milk, cream. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, my grandma used to do cream of wheat, and she would doctor it up and put different things in it.
See, my dad was a cream of wheat fan, too. Now, I also know people that mix their grits, plain grits, with their, like, scrambled eggs. And they love the eggs and grits together.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm. I've never tried it that way. Because, again,
Put a little bacon in there?
Yeah. Oatmeal, rice, and grits. I pretty much eat all of them the same way. With the brown sugar, butter, and milk.
Okay. You could make
it into like a cereal.
You could make a breakfast burrito and put some scrambled eggs in it, a little bacon, and some grits.
Wouldn't that be good? That actually kind of sounds pretty good. Or ham.
Yeah.
Put like some ham, chopped ham up in there.
Yeah. A little cheese.
That actually sounds pretty good.
We've made a new thing.
We may have to try this weekend. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to try and make some grits this weekend.
I will. I have to admit, though, that any grits I've made at home have been instant grits. And I know that's probably offensive to probably
mm-hmm.
people out there. But anyway.
Something else I learned yesterday, because I like greens too, right? And again, when I lived in Virginia, I got a whole new mad respect for collard greens. Like, they're delicious, and I would never eat them growing up. But yesterday I heard that, because I always only see like usually bacon or something like that in the collard greens, but I heard that turkey legs was tradition.
Really?
Yeah, this lady was making it, and she put a turkey leg in the water and made like a turkey bouillon. And then after the turkey leg had cooked, she took the meat of the turkey, and that's went in the pot with the greens to provide the flavor. And I didn't know that was the tradition, was the turkey leg meat going there.
That's how my grandma always made chicken and dumplings. She always used the chicken legs.
Really? See, I usually just use a whole chicken.
Yeah.
So you get the
She
white
may have
and the
put
dark
more
meat
in it,
from
but
all of
I
it.
just remember the legs. But
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so now it had me thinking, okay, for my Easter dinner, maybe I'm kind of wanting collard greens for Easter dinner now.
and they have turkey legs
Over there across the street, that's right.
They have chicken feet too, but I don't know if you want to make chicken feet.
I'm not that brave.
What in the world? What would you do with that? I mean, is this for voodoo purposes, or is this what is this for?
No, they really have good flavor.
Really?
Yeah, I mean but I don't know how to cook with it that well. I've just watched it, but I
didn't know if people made necklaces out of them or whatever.
Well, they may. But
for mojo or whatever.
I know that, I'm not good at cooking with the alternate parts, like pig hooves and I don't know what pig snouts. Now my daddy, he loved beef tongue.
Really?
And it was just like roast beef. He would boil it, and then he would take the outer skin off, and the inside of the tongue just shredded like roast beef.
Really?
And it was actually really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess if you just have to try it.
You have to be raised with it, because to me, you have to be raised, and you have to know what to do with it and how to cook it. And I just don't. Like beef tongue and beef liver was like the biggest out of the ordinary that we would do.
Yeah, we don't do anything like they did 100 years ago, where you kill a hog and then use everything.
Right, because I did go with my daddy a couple times to Kentucky. He had a bunch of good friends down there, and they would once a year they would be like doing their hogs and their beef and stuff. And there was one old farmer friend of daddy's, and he always made him save the head because he made head cheese with it. And as a little kid, some of that stuff that you witnessed was traumatizing when you're not raised with it. If you're raised with it, it's just second nature, and that's how you feed your family. They're like, Holly, how do you think you get a hamburger on your plate?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to watch it, but yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, the first time I went to the rabbit farm with Daddy, I was like, I could never go back there.
Easter was forever changed.
I could never go back there again. Nope. Because I'm sitting there looking at all the retired bunnies that weren't winning awards anymore. And I was that was more traumatizing than probably the hogs and the cows were for me.
Oh boy,
yeah. Couldn't do it.
I know farm life is certainly different. You see things that
you do.
The lambs and the hogs and the everything.
And
everything has a purpose, and it doesn't.
And I'm glad we have the farmers that can have the stomach for that. Yeah. It's just not my thing, but I'm thankful for them because I couldn't do it. Yeah. I mean, if I was thrown to have to, I could probably have to, but I couldn't do it. Just.
Yeah. Well, we're starting to run out of time. I do want to tell that it's National Grilled Cheese Day.
Oh, yum. Yum.
That was when I cut out a lot of stuff that I ate, and I found that there was low-carb bread, and I went home and made some grilled cheese sandwiches, and that was just that grilled cheese and some chicken noodle soup. That's just.
I like grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Oh, yeah. They used to. There was a store that, kind of a national chain, that served tomato soup and grilled cheese, and they didn't last very long, but that's a good combination.
Yeah, it is. Yummy.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning, Holly, and I appreciate hearing all about the awards, and I pray that you have good luck with writing the gold.
God give me strength.
You might. I don't know. I don't know if this would be a viable option or not, or if you've ever played with ChatGPT, but you might.
I'm not.
It's an AI, and you can ask it to help you with some ideas on writing, and it might. I don't know. And if you,
I don't
if
want to
you,
get in trouble.
no. I don't think. Well, I don't think. Well, I don't. But I don't mean to actually write
I
it.
have not used that though.
You
Or
should
looked at it. I
play
should
play
though.
around with it.
Yeah. I want to thank our sponsors real quick before we get off here. I want to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Pearl Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Lane Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, and our newest Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Thanks so much to our sponsors.
Yes, we'll be back Monday. Becky will be back Monday, and everybody will thank the good Lord that she's back. I will be thinking
you've done a great job.
No, not at
all.
You've
done a great job.
Anyway, so we'll be back. We've got. I think the Reds are back in action today. The Pirates are playing in Cincinnati. They went out and played in San Francisco and had a travel day yesterday, and we'll have more NASCAR this weekend. So I think they may be in Bristol this weekend.
Oh,
so not too far away, but it's hard to get to.
Yeah,
it's kind of up in the corner and not. I've never been there, but I've heard that it's kind of difficult to get to. Anyway, so go make some grilled cheese and grits and have a good time. And the Masters are be moving forward this weekend, so I think they'll probably have the finals on Sunday. So,
awesome.
I don't know if you ever watched the golf, but
I'm not a golfer, but my husband and stepson are, so we watch golf.
Yeah. They one of the guys, Rory McIlroy, his little girl was helping out like as a caddy, probably 3 or 4 years old, and she tapped. I don't know that it was his shot, but the ball was on a green, and she tapped it with her putter. With a club. I don't know if it was a putter or not, but she tapped it and it went about 4 or 5 feet. And as it went, it started to break and rolled, and it had momentum and rolled about 30 feet and went in. And people went nuts.
Oh my gosh!
So maybe we've got another golfer in his family. So
yeah.
We'll see you Monday. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see if this will work now.